listen to that happen in real time. And so when I started working at Kiss, and then we were all in the same building, I'm like, but I mean, I think the station was a little bit different at the time that we all merged,
right.
and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Now we're all owned by the same company.
It was weird. It was, I remember, the first time we really came together was during Hurricane Katrina, and Janet and I did a remote together filling up the tractor trailers to send down. That was the first time. I remember we had a previous consultant, and I think Sue O'Neill took a picture and sent a picture of us working together, Kiss and Star, on this event, and the consultant said, hell has frozen over. It was that brutal. So your memories of growing up are of Kiss and Star and going head to head.
Yeah, it's like,
and then for you to work in that environment, what was that like?
It's so fulfilling because I listened to Kiss and during high school. Sorry, he feels like saying some words, but
wait a minute.
Yeah,
can he do? Todd's job is now in jeopardy.
I know. If you need any babies for commercials, he's
my first call.
He's interested.
How much do you pay, Todd?
Not enough for him, probably.
But yeah, I grew up listening to Kiss religiously, and then all of a sudden Q102 comes on the air, and they're like,
you said, oh, they're better.
And you guys played like 100 songs, and it was something really ridiculous. I'm like, well, why do I want to listen to Kiss now when now all of a sudden I can listen to this station that's got 100 songs in a row? And then I eventually listened to both, and then found my way into radio, and it's just very fulfilling to not only be able to work for Kiss 98.5, but also to be in this studio as well, which is, you know what I mean? Part of my growing up.
I'm just thinking of this. You two guys, complete opposites, yet you have the most recognizable, two of the most recognizable voices in this market. You're really doing two completely opposite, different, and that's a cool thing. That's really a cool thing.
I'm a faceless voice. People don't know me. They know Shy Guy.
And Shy Guy's got two more kids on the way.
We got twins. We're
expecting.
What are you
doing? Or what are you not doing? I know what you've been doing.
I'm not going to be going out, that's for sure.
Well, thanks, guys. Guys, both for stopping in today. Of course. And let me see. We're going to hang on, take a break, and if we're in luck, all of these commercials were voiced and produced by Todd Brody.
Imagine Star 102.5.
From the Ideal You Weight Loss Center studio, this is WTSS and WTSS HD1 Buffalo, Star 102.5. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
I'm leaving you for.
It's an open door in the final now 58 minutes of Star 102.5. Thanks for starting your day with Rob Lucas in the morning. We've had some of the people that you've heard on mic and behind the scenes come in throughout the morning. It's some we've worked together for 5 years, and some, how long, a salesperson, Kevin Devine, have we worked together here?
33 years, Rob.
33. All right, yep. I'm 30, so you're 4 behind me. Mm-hmm. And Kevin, this is how you can tell he's an ace salesperson. He's the first one, and I can't believe Stephanie didn't do this earlier. Why have we not mentioned any clients? And thank the people who supported us over the years. I kid you not, I've been up since 1:30. This popped into my mind. You and I doing events at Yuck Yuck's Comedy Club.
Oh, boy.
In Niagara Falls, Canada. And I thought, is Donnie Coy still alive or not?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you want to say about 102.5 and your clientele?
I just want to say, who'd have thought this day would have ever came, Rob? I mean, none of us. But it's here, and I just want to thank all of our loyal advertisers. I mean, there's too many to mention over the years who have let us help them grow their business, and who, without their loyal support, we wouldn't have lasted this long. So thank you to everybody, and we look forward to bringing you all over down the dial.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Kiss 98.5.
And they could have been. We're sold out this morning.
Yep.
Really, I got to think from traffic saying
people wanted to be on. They wanted to be a part of this final show.
And salespeople don't blame me for that. I went to Tim and Sue and I said, if you want to switch at midnight, that's okay. They're like, no, we don't want the responsibility. We'll give it to you.
Now you're doing a great job. I mean, it's really an upbeat moment for a sad day, and
that's what it's got to be. I said from the beginning. Sue and I both said we don't want a funeral.
No.
Not at all. Although, if I am ever going to cry this morning, because Sue said, originally 2 months ago when we planned this, I said, how about if you and I do an hour together? And we were like planning that. And then Sue came to me a couple of days ago and said, I don't know if I can do that.
No.
So are you going to make it through without crying here or
Yes.
what?
I came. Didn't you say you had Jameson?
It's not open yet. We're not done
Hi,
yet.
it's me.
Do you
It's 5 o'clock somewhere,
I'm
Rob.
not the
Let's hit it.
well-behaved one on the staff,
see
remember?
me at 10:01? See me at 10:01.
So, no, I wanted to come down because it seemed like there was a party, and I hate when I miss one.
So what do you think of when you think of 102? Because you did not grow up here.
Oh, my gosh. I did not.
But still, growing up in Akron, Ohio, did you know about Buffalo radio at all, or?
I did not know a lot about it, but I got here and it was so Hollywood. Like there was these radio stations and they were battling and I was like, wow, this is super cool and big city and you know, I was from Podunk, Akron, Ohio, but I've now lived in Buffalo longer than I lived in Akron, Ohio. So to me, this is home. And to be a part of this, I mean, we were the station that flipped Christmas.
Right.
Nobody did that.
We're going to get to that a little bit later on this morning.
And it was super fun, and it freaked all the salespeople
freaked
out.
us out.
They were like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing? You're ruining our lives."
I remember
can't believe
I was
this."
doing a remote. Todd, you maybe were there or whatever, but it was Black Friday. And it was 64 degrees, I think. It was fairly warm. And we were getting pelted by people saying, I'm never going to listen to your station again.
We hate you.
Yes. Turned out to be one of the biggest things
Absolutely.
ever.
People wanted to get on. They couldn't wait for us to do it.
Yeah.
And Sue, I was talking with Shy Guy earlier about the Kiss Star rivalry. You have been through both sides of that.
Yes.
You were on Kiss, then you had to bring us together.
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was hard because, you know, there's a lot of strong personalities on both stations. And I came to Buffalo to work at Kiss, but I was promoted to oversee Kiss and Star. And getting you and Janet and Nick and everybody on the same page was quite a challenge until everybody realized that there was strength in numbers and you guys could band together against me and win. So no, it was great. It's been a great ride.
Between
I love
me
it.
and Nick and Janet, haven't you had two of the most easiest morning shows to
Are you
work with
kidding
of
me
all
right
time?
now? That's why I take Xanax. No, seriously, I love this the passion. I love the personalities. I'm honored I get to go back to Kiss 98.5. So for me, it's, you know, back to something I did before.
Everything's full circle.
Right?
It really is.
I don't know if I can fit in my Kiss shirt anymore.
Kevin, how many old Star, Q, Magic, Rock 102 shirts do you have at home?
Crazy. I mean, I have memorabilia in my basement that you know, from pictures of Magic 102
Yeah.
and Q 102 and Rock 102. I mean, like Todd was mentioning before, we went to college together. Fredonia listened to the station, you know, when it was just doing liners with Roger, which was mentioned. It's unbelievable.
I think
it's part of my family.
That's
It
the
really
whole
is.
thing is our station is now 48 years old. And if you go to the Facebook page, you'll see where we posted the Buffalo News article from that day when it flipped back in 1974. You're talking like 3 different generations who have grown up listening to 102.5.
It's fun.
My daughter is listening right now, and she will miss the station. I mean, she's just listening. She goes, I love the station. That's, you know, it's crazy.
Do you have to say Daddy's not going to make as much because you've got one less station to sell?
Well, now I have 2 granddaughters. I got to make more.
Oh, man. All right. Anything else you guys want to say? Thank you for coming in today. I appreciate it so much because, as I said, I'm all talked out.
But we've had a ball with TSO, right?
Yep.
Oh, God, yeah.
We've had a ball with the world's largest disco.
Yeah, Kevin is the big concert ticket guy for us.
Yes, and we've had a blast with Live Nation, and we've had Starry Night in the Garden. We've raised a ton of money. We've got a lot of animals rescued, and I feel really good that for once in my life I made a difference. So I'm good.
Good. We're all smiling right now. Let's see if we can keep that for another 52 minutes. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Take care, Rob.
Let's do Ed on Star 102.5.
Like you didn't mind. Star 102.5.
Star 102.5 knows you love the songs you hear on Star, but the Star we know is going away. But you can hear all your favorite songs and artists down the dial at 98.5. Artists like Harry Styles, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift,
I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name
Reset your preset from Star 102.5 to Kiss 98.5 for the music you've always loved and the best of what's new. Live from Buffalo, welcome.
My brother-in-law died.
Max.com.
Buffalo has a new at-work radio station.
First thing I turn up at work.
Kiss 98.5.
Listening at work all day
puts me in a good mood.
Kiss 98.5.
Turn this up at work.
I work on my computer.
Everybody's turning on.
Kiss 98.5.
Kiss 98.5.
Early morning, I say goodbye.
Star 102.5. You know Post Malone will be doing this one this summer at Darien Lake. If you want to buy tickets, start at the events tab at mystar1025.com. Really, do it now. It's going away like in 32 minutes, I think. Posty, Star 102.5.
No, I can't let go. It's chemical.
Star 102.5. We got to do this one last time. A Rob Lucas in the Morning boy band sing-along. Don't be afraid to belt out BSB.
You are as I wanted that way.
Very soon, this radio station will cease to exist. Your new home for fun is just down the dial.
Hey, I'm Ed Sheeran on Kiss 98.5.
Kiss 98.5.
Star 102.5, where we are into the final 22 minutes of 102.5 FM as a pop music station and video. We'll explain to you what's going to happen after Brittany on Star 102.5.
Baby, can't you see?
Brittany, Star 102.5, it is 9:42. Here's what's going to happen over the next 18 minutes. We're going to take another break because our sales staff is selling to the very end. And I like my salary. They got to pay for my severance somehow. So we're going to take a break with commercials here, come back, play a couple of songs, and then probably over the next 10 to 12 minutes, as we lead from, say, 9:48 up till 10 a.m., everybody's wondering what's the final song they're going to play. We think we picked a good one. But we'll salute some people, do some things. You'll hear some of the past, talk about the future, and then we'll say goodbye. Hopefully as close to 10 as possible, if I can possibly time things out. But right now, we'll do this on Star 102.5.
If you love this song, you can hear it down the dial at Kiss 98.5. Reset your preset to Kiss 98.5. Star is setting, but Kiss will continue to play the stars you love.
Hey, this is Miley Cyrus.
Hello, I'm Louis Capaldi.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Pink.
Reset your preset to Kiss 98.5.
Kiss 98.5.
Star 102.5, it is coming up on 9:53. You're listening to Rob Lucas in the Morning on WTSS-FM Buffalo, and our entire crew is here this morning. Thank you, people. I truthfully, if it wasn't for the people here, in case something happens to me, Sue will take over. And that'll be, you're just hearing that now for the first time.
Are you going to leave the Jameson?
There you go. Spoken like a trooper. All right, there have been, since 1948, this station's been, since 1974, 48 years, this station's been a pop music station. Let's go back a little bit, but first, a round of applause for anybody who's ever opened a mic or sold a commercial or managed here at 102.5.
Yeah.
This is the frequency modulation station of the Buffalo Evening News, WBEN-FM, in Buffalo.
Music and you and Rock 102, WBEN-FM, Rock 102, Rock 102, WBEN-FM, keeps on playing the good songs.
Magic 102 in the forecast today. Clouds, maybe some hazy sun in the mix, but a shower or thunderstorm by this afternoon. 78 will be our high. Now 73 degrees on Magic 102.
Hi, this is Sandy Beach. I'm keeping new company these days because, frankly, I needed some magic in my life. My doctor said, give up rice. I said, no problem. And this is the place I found it. 102.5 FM, Magic 102, with 110,000 watts of pure stereo power to play with.
station. Star 102.5.
Rob Lucas in the morning.
Rob Lucas in the morning. Star 102.5.
What's up, my hometown? This is John Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls.
Hey, this is Robbie from the Goo Goo Dolls, and you're listening to Star 102.5.
So Johnny and Robbie grew up listening to 102.5 just like you did, and that's what you've been listening to on 102.5 FM for the past 48 years, 10 months, and 8 days. August 1st, 1974, that's when the Butler family, owners of then WBEN-FM, changed it from a beautiful music station to a pop music station. And as you know by now, 102.5, the frequency, was purchased from Odyssey by a contemporary Christian radio group. We wish them well. There's always room for more. But until we fully flip the frequency, we hope you try Kiss 98.5. They may not be the same station they were the last time you listened. And you probably aren't the same person you were the last time you listened. You'll be able to sample them in just a little bit. But right now, this is our goodbye to 102.5 FM as a pop music station. Iconic in Buffalo and iconic in the nation. I want to thank Steve Cichon. He's like the dean of Buffalo music history for getting those jingles to us and for fact-checking so many things that I'm going to talk about. No matter how old you are, you were introduced to 102.5 as a kid, listening for your favorite song. I was the same way, growing up in Hornell, New York, trying to hang my T-type FM antenna on my bedroom wall with thumbtacks just so the station wouldn't fade in and out. I know it just brought back a memory for someone. I remember hearing the automated station voice backselling songs, usually 2 at a time, in a very staid, monotone, but warm way. John Lennon, Instant Karma. Before that, Dolly Parton, 9 to 5. One of Rock 102's first slogans was, "The Great American Music Machine," and it truly was. Many would say Rock 102 had a very eclectic music mix. I think I remember Led Zeppelin Whole Lotta Love being played next to Cher's Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And when you think about it, we've come full circle. Today, it's nothing to play Morgan Wallen's Last Night next to Flo Rida or Eminem. When live air personalities came on, I remember being late for school so I could hear Roger Christian play for the first time all those years ago, the song George Harrison wrote shortly after John Lennon's death. We all have 102.5 memories like that. When I arrived here in 1986, 102.5 had already been a pop music station for 12 years, and we were in the Channel 4 building on Elmwood Avenue. There was a placard on the studio wall. It said, WBEN-FM, Rock 102, the most listened to international radio station in the nation. And it was so true. 110,000 watts blasted into Toronto, better than some of the Canadian stations did. When the weather was right, we could be heard from Toronto to Buffalo to Erie and west to almost Detroit. Everybody who walked into that studio saw the most listened to message before they opened the mic. It made you proud to be the voice of Buffalo for so many so far away. Rock 102 and that lightning bolt logo was a fixture from 1974 through 1987, which gave way to Magic 102 with a J, new call letters WMJQ. Another change happened in September of 1991 when 102.5 morphed into Q102. Anybody remember the best hits without the hard rock and rap? Yeah, worst slogan ever. If you can't fit it on a billboard, don't do it. But then we finally really got it right in 2000, turning the station into the current Star 102.5. And we gained major notoriety in the fall of 2001 when we had the nerve to play nothing but Christmas music starting on Black Friday. Many people were outraged, but we soon found out that many more loved it, and we haven't looked back. But technology changes things, and it's changed radio. Radio is not just on your radio anymore. It's on your phone, on your PC, in your earbuds that are wired to nothing. The power of 110,000 watts is not as important to some formats as it used to be. Forget being heard from Toronto to Erie. Let's try today. From Buffalo to Orlando to Dallas to San Diego to Portland, both Portlands to Denver to Chicago to Cleveland and back to Buffalo. All at the same time, all with an app on your phone. Pretty amazing. And 48 plus years of pop music on 102.5 is also pretty amazing. We know we're going to be missed, and believe us, we will miss you. So how do we end this? I think we should use the words of two of our own, Robbie Takak and Johnny Resnick. It seems they've really nailed it in a Buffalo way. To paraphrase Robbie and Johnny, and sooner or later it's over, and I just don't want to miss you tonight. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. 48 years of sharing your time with us. Thanks for letting us get to know you. And thank you, Buffalo!
Let's go! WKSE and WKSE HD1 Niagara Falls, Buffalo.
This is my station.
This is my station. From the Solino Law Studio. Car crash? Call Solino. And WTSS and WTSS HD1 Buffalo. From the Ideal You Weight Loss Studio. You're listening to your new favorite radio station. The home of Janet and Nick in the morning. And today's best music all day. Number one for music and fun. This is Kiss 98.5. An Odyssey station. If you're just coming over from Star 102.5, hi, welcome. We're your new station for all your favorite music and fun in the morning. Thanks for listening to Kiss 98.5.